What's up, everybody? So, kind of irritated, right? Just gonna kind of give you an idea of why I am where I am in my mindset at the moment. And this hasn't been a long standing thing, this just recently, just today. Ever since my mom passed in June, I've been, handling a lot of family stuff. Stuff for my grandmother. I'm power of attorney over her. Um, Helping my dad get by himself now. Some of the stuff that my mom handled 85% of 95% of the shit that went on every day. So you gotta understand that um, it is what it is. I'm not alone in doing this, but sometimes it takes me away a lot from my work and some other stuff, and so sometimes we're all busy, right? We all got stuff we got to do. So anyway, I'm supposed to talk to him about. I was supposed to talk to a lawyer, his lawyer, about some legal stuff that had to do with him. And so of course I'm irritated because the lawyer doesn't ever. I'm gonna get back to you. I'm gonna talk to you. So I was thinking about that, and thinking about lawyers in general. I'm not trying to shit on lawyers, but um, I was watching Stick's video, Stick 187. If you don't know Stick 187, check him out. So he mentioned CNN and how the story about what was it, Mexican cartel assassins. So he said if you go to CNN, you can see their faces plastered on there. So I went to CNN and I was looking around, and I just, I had it down for a while and was working and doing some other stuff, and so I just went to close it out right before I turned on the camera. And this is what made me turn on the camera. So I see this headline that flashes: father gets 15 to life for fatal shaking of New Year's baby. Now this obviously isn't a new story because it's been going for like a year, I guess. But so it's bad enough that I gotta read another story about some emotionally, psychologically volatile asshole that shakes a defenseless baby to death because he's pissed off about his ex-wife, girlfriend, whatever. But then I read the story, and this is what irritates me. It says, quote, "This type of crime is always difficult to understand." No, it's not always that difficult to understand. But today I do hope that Cameron's mother has some closure, and that today is one of the steps towards healing. Summit County Prosecutor Sherry Bevan Walsh said, "Well, Sherry, this mother just lost. Her baby, her infant child, was shaken to death. You don't completely heal, okay? That wound does not heal if you're a mother. I don't care what anybody says. You want to disagree with me? Fine, please tell me so and why. But I just can't see it. I can't see it. And this prosecutor, I realize she's, representing her client, but she doesn't need to be the mouthpiece. So that's all that half of these, it's all half these lawyers, and I mean these motherfuckers, these people that call themselves journalists on TV these days, they're just mouthpieces. And the worst, here is the one that just, this is the one that made me turn on the camera. This is Jonathan T. Sin, no pun intended, Craig Wilson's defense attorney, the father that shook the baby to death. "From the moment my client was arrested, he took responsibility for his actions and for the killing of his child," Sin said. "From a human perspective, that's very admirable. From a defense perspective, it makes it difficult to mount a defense when somebody acknowledges completely their guilt." From a human perspective, that's very admirable. What's so fucking admirable about somebody that shakes a baby to death and decides to tell the truth and take responsibility for their actions, that they shook a defenseless, unwilling participant in the event to death. What's so fucking admirable? As if the default is human beings lean towards, lying or being deceitful or wanting to cover up wrongful actions. This guy has to paint his client as this flawed, troubled human being. So it will give a human perspective to him. It will make it easier for the public and the jury and whoever else to see this individual, to take pity on him, I guess. Fuck that, man. There's nothing admirable about that. The dude shook a fucking infant to death. A lot of things making me irritated, so I'm irritated. And so I decided to turn on the camera and talk about it. So, this is some bullshit. And look, I know violence begets violence. I get it. But I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't get a little bit of satisfaction knowing that when he went to prison, there was somebody in prison that had an infant baby and decided that they didn't like the fact that this dude shook his child to death and put his ass in the infirmary for a while. I can't say that I wouldn't get a little bit of satisfaction out of that. So, that's all I have to say about being aggravated at these fucking people that try to make excuses for other people and twist words and spin shit. That's what we see all the time, is fucking spin. It gets irritating. I find it unpalatable. So, that's that. Peace, everybody. Take it easy.